All right, class, we're going to the back of our notebook for this review. So we'll start on 74 and 75. Pause the video until you're there. All right, these are the different ways that we can say in English. All right, in the word finger, well, first off, how do we say finger to spell it? Good, finger, finger. Which do we use in finger? Excellent, the of her. So find your first free line in your first the of her column. Right, finger, remember, what's the first syllable? Good, fin, and the second one? Good, ger. All right, write it, say the sounds while you write it. Remember your syllable break. All right, class, what was the first syllable in your word? Good, fin. And the second syllable? Good, ger. All right, see if you can mark it. All right, it's just this, but then we need our thinking cap. Finger, finger. All right, nice job. We're going to go next to our ease page, so that should be flip forward 2 pages. Should be 78 and 79, and it is. And we'll erase finger because it doesn't have an E in it, or an E sound. All right, in the word between, between, that has the same root as, let's see, when we learned 2 and 12 and 20 and twice and twin. That's from that same Scottish root. Between. Which E do we use in the second syllable? The second syllable. Good, in the second syllable we use E-double-E. What do we use in the first syllable? It's an open syllable. Good, the first syllable we use E in an open syllable. And then in the second syllable we use E-double-E. So find E-double-E on this page. All right, it's right here. All right, the first line that you have free, we're going to write between. What's the first syllable? Good, B. And the second one? Good, tween. But we use E-double-E in which one? Good, in our second syllable. So go ahead and write between, say the sounds, and then mark it. All right, what's the first syllable? Good, B. And what kind of syllable is it? Excellent, an open syllable. And the second syllable? Good, tween. And which E do we use in between? Good, E-double-E. Always says E. All right, well, and I hope when you marked it, you went back to the beginning, so you got both of the markings. That's why we don't want to mark it while we're writing it. It's easy to leave something out if you're doing that. All right, between. And then behind and beside, we've got this same prefix, be. So it's going to be the same for all of those words, an open syllable. All right, we'll go to the next page, which is our eyes page. All right, first let's do beside. Beside. Which, let's see, how did we make our IE say I in beside? We've got 2 options on this page. I hope we're thinking, do we hear one consonant sound after the I or two? If we just hear one sound beside, oh, there's only one, then that's got to be with a silent final E, job one. If we hear two consonant sounds after our I, then we would use I and O, may say I and O, when followed by two consonants. All right, so we'll fill up our first column before we move to the second one. So your first free line, we're going to write B side. So our first syllable is what kind of syllable? Excellent, an open syllable. And our second one uses what? Good, silent final E, job one. So go ahead and write B side with the syllables and then mark it. Say it while you write it. All right, class, what's our first syllable in B side? Good, B. What kind of syllable is it? Excellent, an open syllable. What's our second syllable? Good, side. And then I hope you went back to the beginning and marked everything again. B side. All right, in the word behind, what lets our IE say I? Listen, behind. I hear two consonant sounds after my I. So I know it has to be I and O, may say I and O when followed by two consonants. All right, so our first syllable B is what kind of syllable? Good, an open syllable. And then our second syllable, hind, what lets our I say I? Say it with me. I and O, may say I and O when followed by two consonants. All right, so our first line over here, we're going to write behind. Do the syllables and say the sounds while you're writing them. Then mark it. All right, class, what's the first syllable in behind? Good, B. And the second syllable? Good, hind. And what lets our IE say I? All right, I hope you said it by yourself. I and O, may say I and O when followed by two consonants. All right, and go back to the beginning so you get all the markings. All right, we're almost finished for today. Keep it up.